Welcome, everybody. Thank you for joining me. As always, your presence is appreciated. Thank you so much for tuning in. So, let's go ahead and get to this book review. Today, I will review the book called Fragments of Light by Michele Phoenix. That's the book. Okay, so this book involves a woman named Celie. She's been married to Nate for 23 long years. Okay, they have no children and have grown apart over the years without really realizing just how much. Life became a routine of events for the couple, not having any major highs, no significant lows. They just kind of was like everyday, mundane, blah. So life got turned upside down on its head when Celie got a cancer diagnosis. Yep, the big, horrible C. What follows is a tornado of emotions, discovery, death, and rebirth. Though Celie's cancer diagnosis is a huge part of the story, in my opinion, the eye of the storm goes to a lady named Darlene. Celie met Darlene while having treatment, and they formed a friendship. Darlene became support for Celie, someone she could talk to, someone that could relate what she was going through. Darlene had already gone through the journey of cancer treatment, and she was currently in remission. So she knew the effects of treatment, not only physically but emotionally, mentally, and so she was there for Celie. You know, she was of support to Celie, and they did form a bond and a friendship. Nate was of support throughout the treatment process. However, he was like just barely hanging on. The author really didn't expand on Nate's side of the journey during the treatment phase. I mean, there was a few nuggets here and there, but it really didn't magnify what his feelings were about the treatment process or the change that occurred in his life, or how it affected him, or his thoughts, his feelings. It really didn't dive into that. So Nate hung on through the treatment process. However, he did the ultimate bomb drop right when Celie was supposed to be celebrating her remission status. Nate pretty much said he had enough. He was done. He walked out on the relationship just as she was saying, yeah, I'm in remission for cancer. He was saying, bye, I'm out of here. Glad you recovered. And so Nate, so he walked out of the relationship. Yep. And so Celie and Darlene's relationship, however, hit a new level. Unfortunately, Darlene's cancer returned. And at that point, she began to reflect again on aspects of her life that caused her pain and unanswered questions. Celie recovered from her treatment, and now Darlene has her cancer back. So now the roles of support have flipped. So now Celie is being supportive of Darlene. And I just want to say that Darlene is of an older age. So now, Celie has recovered from her treatment. Nate abandoned her. She's having to pick up the pieces of her life. And so she went back to her journalism job. And so Darlene's request for Celie's help came just in time. It was kind of like a lifeline of sorts. It was something that Celie could, focus on and get out of her own life situation. So Darlene entrusted Celie with the task of assisting her to find out what happened to her father. And I don't know if I'm pronouncing the name right, but Cullum. But they call him Cal, so we'll just keep going with Cal. And so Darlene's father, Cal, was a World War II vet that had left before she was born. And then he returned after the war for a few months, and then poof, he was gone. He left without a word. And so Darlene has some hurt feelings, obviously feeling abandoned and just wanting to know, what happened to her father. Is he alive? Is he dead? Why did he leave? What happened? But Darlene was not able to go on the full journey. She was able to go some of the way, but not all the way. I will say this began as a cancer journey, but to me the focal journey was finding what happened to Cal. I mean, the story takes twists, turns, and it makes you wonder, why did Cal do what he did? Like, why? I had a few questions for sure about his actions, but guilt can make one do questionable things, I suppose. But the journey of the cancer, it's what connected Celie to Darlene. But that was just kind of like the glue that made the rest of the story. So to me, the women's cancer was just the foundation for the rest of the book, because truthfully 90% of the book was about the journey to find out what happened to Darlene's father, Cal. So there's that. I love Darlene's character. I mean, she was an older woman. She was spunky and full of life. I definitely felt I'd love to have her as a friend. Like, there wouldn't be a dull moment with her around for sure. I will let you find out what became of Darlene's father, Cal. I'll let you find out if Nate continued on with his separation and abandonment of Celie, or if he came to his senses. I will let you find out what Celie's decision is about her future. Okay? I would say that this is a moderate to slow-paced book. I will warn you, there are some sappy parts, so have your tissue handy. I give this book a 5 out of 5. I like the content. I like the story. It has a little bit of history in there, obviously, since Darlene's father, Cal, is a World War II vet. So there's some history in there, just a tad bit. Good book overall. So I did give it a 5 out of 5. As always, click like, click share. If you've read the book, comment your thoughts. Let me know what you thought of the book. Until next time, keep the pages turning, my book lovers.